Hi, and it's me again. So, just like I said yesterday, if you guys had been watching any of my videos, I was talking about putting out some ventilation to my daughter's room. So, I decided to go ahead and do that. Now, here's the thing. Normally, when you're doing ventilation, you use ventilation ducts, which are metal, and they come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. And I went out to the hardware store and bought all this metal ducting. This was earlier, and I was driving home, and I'm just thinking to myself, I mean, I spent about like $170, about $180 on these metal pieces of duct work that I was going to use for putting out the ventilation out to my daughter's room. And I got thinking, I'm like, you know what? That is way too much money. I don't need that much. And with the metal pieces that I got, and I was gonna have to buy some more because I misjudged about how long it is gonna be from the AC to my daughter's room. I got in a piece that was just like 36 inch, so that's like 3 feet, I think. And I was just like, no, that's not gonna work. So, and I'm like, you know what? Screw that. I went in and returned all those pieces because I was just thinking, I'm just going to go ahead and make it myself out of wood. And I find out that, well, for one, I got basically scrap wood, which that was like 70% off of any other pieces that you wanted to get. And I ended up spending like maybe about $22 on that. On the wood pieces that I was going to use. So $180 compared to $22, that's a much better deal, I think. So I got a bunch of wood, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So as you can tell, this is my AC. I got these two vents here. So I was thinking of just going ahead to build something that's going to go from this spot on, basically this ventilation hole right here, just kind of going across and probably like into that top corner, into that wood piece, which then that's gonna come like out of here, and it's gonna get right into the laptop right here. Because this area, this little loft here, oh, believe it or not, it's so hot up in here. Even though I have the AC running, it's hot. And it's just way too hot for that computer to run. It pretty much crashes every single time that my daughter uses this laptop up there, because it does get so hot. She'll have the fan like on maximum, and it's too hot for that thing to run, and it just crashes all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Plus, I also like to have my daughter have some AC, because considering that that's like the most hottest part of the RV right there. It's amazing how hot that gets up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, and also, when I build this door, I don't know. Yeah, so when I built this door, these are the hydraulic hinges, so that the door opens up nice and easy and stays up. Well, these wood pieces that I attached, just basically from scrap wood that I used to have, these are like not staying put. These are like coming apart. So I even bought some extra lumber for that, and it's really nice thick piece of wood. I'm gonna attach that, and we adjust this a bit more so that the door can actually open up a little higher too. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that as well, since I'm basically gonna be doing a lot of woodwork. I might as well just, you know, get it all configured and whatnot. Well, it's gonna have to be a lot of measuring, a lot of cutting, and I'm gonna also be painting the wood, because like I said, it's scrap wood, so they put this purple paint on it just so that, hey, this is scrap wood, you know, that's a wood that's 70% off, so they don't mix it up with the inventory. So, and it doesn't look the most greatest either. So I'm obviously gonna have to paint it and at least make it look something like it fits the ceiling. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of that. I hope you guys will enjoy this. It's probably gonna be quite a lot of work. And if you guys have watched me with changing out my carpet and do the hardwood flooring, that was a lot of videos I did. So this is probably gonna be something like that too. This is probably gonna be like 4 or 5 parts in like 3-4 days. I don't know how long it's gonna take me, but I gotta get it done before my daughter comes and sees me, and I don't want to have her up there and then, you know, not be able to use her computer and getting way too hot up there. I'm gonna be running the AC, so I might as well try and make sure that she has some nice and cool ventilation up there. So anyway, we're gonna get to it, and I really hope that you guys are gonna enjoy this. I hope it'll be informative, and yeah, you guys are probably gonna see me messing up a lot, you know, doing my usual screw up, but just hang in there. It'll be a fun show to watch, I can promise that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Probably gonna have to, I'm gonna wait to take this off, but I'm probably eventually gonna have to take this stabilizer. It's not really a stabilizer, but it does hold this thing up. Probably gonna have to take this off later. But yeah, I'm gonna take these things off right now, just so that I can figure out what would be the best place for the new wood pieces. I'm gonna have to measure them and cut them as well, so just gonna go ahead and get started with that. I don't know what happened, but when I went and put this together, I apparently kind of screwed up about how high this door was going to be. I know this door can go higher than this, so I'm definitely going to try to do something about that, because I mean, it's no problem for my daughter, but for me to get up in here, I'm constantly hitting the door trying to get in here when I need to do something, and it's just really annoying. So, and yeah, these wood pieces really aren't doing the job anymore. They're just coming apart. They have to handle so much pressure that they can't really handle it. Even though I got like 4 screws in here. And that wasn't even holding. Why is this one so difficult? I mean, it really doesn't want to come out. How is this even holding together? I didn't realize that. I mean, they're barely even did the job. Okay, now. I had no idea. I guess this wasn't even really holding. So weird. Well, what happened to the screw? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna need that screw. Hmm, that's not good. So I don't know if you guys saw, but I lost a screw, and I need that screw. So I'm gonna go look for it. I'll be back. Okay, I found a screw, and now I'm gonna go ahead and measure this out. Actually, I think first what I'm gonna do is set this higher. So I'm gonna be messing around with these screws. Where's my screwdriver? There. I think this is as high as it's gonna be. I already had a hole here, so I'm going to be able to go ahead and use it. Otherwise, I was going to go ahead and drill out a new one, which I'm going to have to do now anyway, because I only have the bottom one, I don't have the top one. Oh yeah, this is much better. Yeah. Okay, so I got two of these. I have a nice rounded edge. That is only on one side, but that's fine. That's all I care about, really. Because that side will be facing out in my daughter's room. Yeah, I think. Anyway, I'm obviously not going to be needing it to be this big. I don't think you guys can really make it out, but it's huge. It's not going to have to be this big. So I'm probably going to have to, like, I don't know, cut it in half. Yeah, I think about half would be good enough. But I'm going to have to go and measure this out. And here's where the tricky part comes, because I've moved this door up now, so that means it's a little different now. I don't think I can go off with the same measurements as I had before. Well, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I might be able to pull it off. One thing I do understand about these things is that you have to think out further, because they retract like that, and I mean, doing it by hand is really hard, but I might be able to make use of this. I'm not sure, but one thing I know for sure is that all I can do is just try to go off with that. These must have been the ones. So I'm just going to go ahead and put one in and see where that lands me. Might have to go actually further up. that's gonna work. If it'll work. But I don't want to screw up the wood piece by cutting it the wrong size, so that's my problem. If I cut it the wrong size, then I'm kind of screwed. I do remember that they were saying that it needs to be 5.5 inches, I think, in. So where's my tape measure? Yes. So 5.5 inches. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess I would. No, that's 4.5. So 5.5. I wouldn't be able to extend the door then. Like I said, I might have to move this up. I think I'm gonna have to move this up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that because I don't want to risk it by being too short and then just being not be able to fix it. If it's too long, that's fine. I can fix that. If it's too short, well, then I'm kind of screwed. Then I can fix that, and I'm pretty much stuck on having to get another piece, and I don't want to do that. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, I like this better. I think that would actually be about 5.5 inches, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's actually 5.5 inches exact. But just to be safe, I'm going to go with 6 inches. Probably could actually go with 6.5. To be completely sure. If I go, even if I go 7, I mean, yeah, no, I don't know, I probably should stick to 6.5. At least I have 1 more inch to play around with. So I'm going to make these 6.5. Doesn't have to be super exact, but it's better than, yeah, nothing else. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, yeah, today, it's 106 degrees outside. So I really don't plan on being outside a lot, but basically just gonna be in and out. Now I would like to go ahead and use my solar, and actually I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I can run my solar, my inverter alone without plugging the RV in. I just have to run the extension cord outside, which will take me a second. But I'm gonna get on that. Now, I'm gonna show you guys of how it's supposed to be set up so you can actually cut wood. See, I'm using these clamps to secure my piece of wood, and I know that I'm not gonna hit anything underneath by going and cutting this. and I don't have to worry about that thing going and vibrating or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead with cutting. It's really odd. That is really odd. Why would it do that? Oh well, nothing I can do about that. For whatever reason, as I'm cutting, it was nice and straight, and then it decided to get angled on me. And I noticed that on this part, my saw was having a pretty tough time to cut through, and this is an angle now. So I don't know why it did that. But I think I can still make it work, because, well, this side is nice and straight. It's just this side is a little bit of an angle. I'm not really sure what happened. I think maybe the grain of the wood? I don't know. Yeah, that is so weird. But if you look, if you guys can see that, it's kind of where the wood grounds. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be an angle. But I think that might work. I was just kind of thinking, maybe I should have painted those wood pieces. But then again, they don't look bad. I didn't paint this, so I might as well leave it the way it is. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. There's no point of painting that. At least it gives it like a little bit more woodsy color. Wouldn't really look that great to have it all white. Yeah, that's not gonna go anywhere. That should really do the job. Okay. So, let's see. I can make it work. So, these are the hinges that this side attaches to the door. And if you see, one hole is completely round, but the top one is a bit of an oval shape. That's because when you attach these things, you always kind of have to move them a little bit to be able to attach it to the other, to the end side over here. Because if you didn't have any movement in there, you couldn't get that in there and attach to it, and so that wouldn't work very well. But I go ahead and just tighten the screws as hard as I can, just because I do want it to be able to do its job. This will still be able for me to move around because I got leverage on it. But I only want like a little tiny bit. Okay, well, let's see how this works. Or if it doesn't work at all. Ow. Yeah, I need the other one to be able to hold it up. And this should be able to move. Maybe I need to loosen it? Are you kidding me? Why is this not working the way I want it to work now? It's always something. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about that. Because that's not gonna work very well. Huh. There's always something. If it's not one thing, it's another. Well, it does shut all the way. And it does extend all the way. I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I may need to turn this around. In fact, I probably need to do that. But then how's it going to hold on that side? Yeah. I can see why it's not going to work like that. I could have sworn that these had more pressure, but okay. I'm gonna have to get back to that. I'm sorry if you guys can't see much. I don't have really much of another way to do this. Alright. I think I might have figured out a way. I'm not sure if this will entirely fix the problem, but all I can do is just try. A lot of pressure, but once I fix that side up, that should be fine. Nope, that didn't do it. Okay. I was hoping that would fix the problem. It's not my recommended idea, but it kind of works. I'm using my mop again, and I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it's holding the door right now, so that's all I really care about. Like I said, I don't recommend that. It's not the most safest way to do it. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, beautiful, that works. It totally worked. I'll show you guys. So, see? She can, it can be clicked in, locked into place right there, and then when you want to put it down, it just goes right into that. It is so hot out here. I don't know. I don't think it really matters what you're gonna do with this type of wood. I'm not really sure what it is, but no matter what I do, it starts off nice and straight and then it just curves. No matter what I do. It always seems to be in the middle that it does that. I mean, I could try to go and even it out, I guess. I mean, this is really off. Well, I got it a little better, but I'm not happy about it. This is where a table saw or a circular saw would come really handful, but I had one and I had to sell it because, well, it was always a hassle to keep it around. I rarely ever used it. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sell it. It was a good saw, but it didn't really have any place for it. Yeah, that's what I have to do. Oh, it is so hot out there. Like I said, 106 degrees today. It's killer. I heard something about Arizona being 117 degrees or something. I don't know how they could ever survive there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really happy about this. But it's gonna have to do. I don't really have much of a choice. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Nice and tough here. Nice and tough. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so I think that this was actually quite productive. I think this is a much better fit, and these things are gonna hold these hinges a lot better than the pieces of wood I was using earlier. That really didn't hold well. The other day, my daughter was here and she went to go and shut the door, and I don't think she noticed. But I went to open it, and I open it, and I'm like just kind of looking at that piece of wood over there, and it's just like not even attached. It's just flopping around. So that made me think, okay, I'm gonna have to do something about that, and this is what I came up with. So okay, this is basically done with fixing the door. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how to get some ventilation over to this laptop, because like I said, it gets so hot it crashes. It just crashes, shuts down, and it's doing all kinds of weird things that it shouldn't be doing. And my daughter likes to play games on it, and it doesn't take much, and I'll just like sit there and freeze. And I think the biggest problem with it is that it just gets too hot. And I mean, if you really think about it, it doesn't really. I'll have the AC running on max. I don't think it can even reach there. So I'm gonna go and build this ventilation pipe on the pieces of wood I got out on top of my Jeep, and that will hopefully fix the problem. I don't know for sure, but all I can do is just try. That'll be a lot of work. No kidding. That'll be a lot of work. But if it'll make it so that my daughter can use her computer, well then, so be it.